You're eating way too much protein, man. Bro, stop eating so much protein. You're ruining your gains, man. What are you doing? You might think that, oh, the more protein, the better. Well, maybe not. Well, watch till the end of the video to find out why you're eating so much protein, and it might not actually be optimal for growing the most muscle that you could be. And of course, who doesn't want to get as big as possible? Without further ado, let's get into it. So I always see tons of gym people, tons of gym bros talking about how they eat so much protein and they're going to build so much muscle. Yo, bro, I'm going to go on a bulk. I'm going to eat 300 grams of protein a day. I'm going to get absolutely massive. All the weight I gain is going to be lean mass, no fat mass. I'm just going to gain pure lean muscle mass. I'm going to be 200 pounds of just pure muscle. It's going to be awesome. It doesn't matter. I'm just going to eat tons of protein. Low carb, whatever, just eat whatever, dirty bulk, get massive. The more protein, the better. The more protein, the more gains. This is wrong, guys. Come on. Well, why is this wrong? Well, your body can only use up so much protein. And I know there was a myth before that, oh, your body can only absorb so much protein. Your body can absorb all the protein that you eat. But that's not the same as, what we're trying to say is that your body can only use around 40 grams of protein per meal to actually build muscle, and anything over that is just going to be used as like energy for your organs and stuff like that. So eating more than that is just, it's not going to be useful, guys. You're just going to gain more calories, more fat if you're in a calorie surplus. So what do you have to take home from this? Well, eat enough protein, but not more than you need. Don't be like 2 grams per pound of body weight. For most people, 1 gram per pound is going to be plenty enough, maybe even more than enough, guys. For most people, you can get away with 0.8 grams per pound and build like the most muscle you ever will. So if you're 200 pounds, that's 160 grams of protein. That's a good amount of protein, but some gym bros and stuff are like slamming back 4 protein shakes a day, thinking they're going to get way bigger, build way more muscle doing this, and it's not true, guys. You don't need to do this. If you are 200 pounds and you get in 170 grams of protein, some people will be like, oh shoot, I gotta, they fulfilled their calories for the day, but they'll be like, oh, I gotta eat another scoop of protein just to get my protein to make sure I'm building gains. No, you would have been absolutely fine to just go to sleep with 170 grams. You would have built all the same gains. It won't matter, guys. What should you take home from this? Get your body weight, do 0.8 grams. So 200 pounds, that's 160 grams. That's your minimum. You don't go lower than that. No lower than 160. If you are at the end of the day and you're 159, you don't need to do a gram more, but try to hit at least the 0.8, so 160 grams. If you get 159, it's not gonna matter, man. Your body isn't like this math calculator that's like, super accurate or anything. No, it just doesn't matter that much. Get as close as you can to that number, though. If you're not tracking calories in an app or anything, not tracking your macros in an app, you could just, based on how full you feel, based on your meals, based on your relative fullness, based on just the portion, your hand portion, you should have like a palm-sized portion of protein in each meal. And that's going to give you optimal gains. 4 or 5 meals a day with protein in them. 30, 40, maybe 50 if you're really big, grams of protein in each meal. You can have up to, I would say, the most, if like your genetic outlier or whatever, the most amount of protein that you're going to be able to like actually metabolize and use for muscle building is like 1.2 grams per pound. So if you were 200 pounds, that would be 240 grams. So that's just automatically rules out the argument of like 2 grams per pound of body weight. Like, oh, I'm 200 pounds, I need 400 grams of protein. No, you do not need 400 grams of protein. And like, some people might be like, well, if I need at least 1 gram protein per pound of body weight, why not be safe and be, kind of like sure that I'm getting the optimal muscle growth and just do 2 grams per pound? Well, the more protein you eat, the more calories you're going to eat. Every gram of protein is 4 calories per gram. So if you have 200 grams of protein in a day, that's 800 calories. If you have 400 grams of protein per day, that's 1600 calories just from protein. You also have to count for carbs, fat, and then also if you're one of those people that drink, then alcohol as well. But if you're a real bodybuilder, you don't drink, so you don't really have to count that. But carbs and fat too, plus the protein. So if you're eating 400 grams of protein, that's 600 or 1600 calories just from protein. And you haven't even got any fat and carbs yet. And obviously we know the importance of carbs and fat. Fat you need for hormone production and just general overall health and digestion and everything. You need, like, I would say a minimum, most people shouldn't go a minimum of like 40-50 grams of fat a day just for like overall organ health, eye health, just everything, health in general, feeling full. If you have too low fats for too long, you're going to start getting really hungry. Even if you're eating high volume, low calorie foods, you're just going to start getting really strong cravings for fatty foods. So you need some fats in your diet. I would say a good amount for like covering your bases and just making sure if you're getting healthy fats, like 50-60 grams of fat a day, good amount. You're not getting too many calories from fat. You're covering your bases. That's going to be good. For carbs, like net carbs, we're going to say like 200 grams for most people. So as you can see, if you had 200 grams of carbs, 400 grams of protein because you're being an idiot, and then 100 grams of fat, let's say, that's 900 from fat. 200, so that's 800 calories from carbs. That's 1700 calories plus the 1600. You're already at like 3300 calories. That's, for most people, that's going to be bulking calories, too many calories, which is fine if you're a skinny guy trying to bulk. But most people are trying to cut, I would say. So if you add the 150 grams of protein, let's say, that's only 600 calories from protein. You just freed up 1,000 calories. That could easily be more than your deficit. So as you can see, just having the optimal amount of protein and using the extra calories you save from the protein to have more carbs and more fat is going to be better for probably your health, definitely your performance in the gym. You're going to be able to lift harder, stronger with the carbs, the extra carbs, and you're just going to feel better. And you're also probably going to save a ton of money because eating 400 grams of protein per day is going to have you doing some weird stuff, man. Like, you're going to be eating protein, pure protein powder, just tuna, probably tons of egg white, stuff like that. Your farts are probably going to smell nasty. Just everything's about your life is going to be just really strange, especially your diet habits. So eat the minimum amount, 0.8 grams per pound. So if 200 pounds, 160 grams of protein a day. Make sure at least half of it is high quality protein, so like egg protein, protein powders, and then the other half can be like protein from random stuff like vegetables and whatnot, and that'll be fine to cover your bases. And as long as you do that and you get 0.8 grams, so 160 grams of protein if you're 200 pounds, then you're going to be fine, guys. Like, you're going to build all the gains you want if you're working out and everything's going good. You could try bumping it up to 0.9, maybe 1 gram per pound of body weight, but like none of this 2 grams per pound of body weight stuff. It's just not going to make a difference, and you're probably going to get better gains doing a 1 gram per pound of body weight. So yeah, I always hear people talking about this that are uneducated about, like, I'm going to do 2 grams of protein per pound of body weight. It's going to be great, man. No, you're going to build more gains just doing the 1 gram per pound, the general recommendation. Stop falling for all this stuff. And that's 1 gram per pound. Per pound, not per kilogram, per pound. Keep that in mind. So, per kilogram, that would be like maybe 1.8 grams per kilogram. That'll get your bases covered. You're going to build tons of muscle. Everything's going to be awesome. You're going to have tons of calories left over for fat that you need, and carbs to, you don't need carbs to survive, but extra carbs, going to be extra performance, going to recover better, sleep better, everything. So, yeah. I hope that you learned something in this video, guys. I definitely enjoyed making this video. I thought I would spread the information because a lot of people don't actually know this. They just think more protein's better, so like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, you learned anything, and peace out.